started. Welcome to Natural Intimacy and Support for a Strong, Sexy Marriage. Because doesn't that sound awesome? Who doesn't want a strong, sexy marriage? All of you do because you're here, which is great. So just so you can kind of get in your head like what you're going to learn tonight, we are going to try to help you connect more deeply with your partner, both emotionally, spiritually, because nobody wants to have sex with a stranger. At least that's not my thing. Maybe that's yours. But this can apply regardless. We want to help you learn how to manage stress and finances so you're less tense and exhausted because money and schedules are not good foreplay. Sometimes I tell my husband, all we've talked about for 2 days is money and schedules and cleaning and who's wiping the kids' butts today, and we need to talk about something sexier. So just not good foreplay. We want to encourage you to maintain a healthy endocrine system so your hormones are balanced and you actually want to have sex more often because there are some chemical reasons maybe why you struggle in this area. So don't fight a losing battle. Help yourself with some great stuff. And yes, we do want to help you have better, more fun sex. So a lot of you are in my team. A lot of you are potential members. And I just want to make it clear, I'll say it just one time. I'm not a doctor or nurse. I'm a college dropout. I have no medical degree. That's what's required to give you medical advice. But this is just compliant information to help you stay on the wellness line, to help you avoid chemicals in your life. So please take it as that. It's not meant to treat, cure, diagnose, prevent disease. And everything we talk about tonight is strictly for Young Living oils. I would not recommend putting any other brand of oils on or near your body, breathing them in, ingesting them, certainly not. We know that Young Livings are pure. We know they're real plants. We know they're not synthetic or made in a lab. So your body can receive them as great things instead of toxic things is kind of the gist of it. So Young Living only from here on out with my suggestions. So spiritual connection. When it comes to marriage, we need to remember God designed marriage. It's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be hard and awful and difficult. And I know a lot of us too may have been raised in a conservative Christian environment and sex is bad, 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 bad. And then you got married and you're supposed to feel fine doing it. So sometimes there's like some shame associated with sex. There's shame associated with having a good marriage or breaking free maybe from some of the dysfunction that you both come from. So you really need to stay connected to the Lord. Having that quiet time has been incredibly powerful for me. Not that I get it every day, but that I can set aside a little bit of time for me to connect with the Lord. It really helps me more freely connect with Anthony because I get what I need from God instead of my husband. So it takes a lot of the pressure off him. It helps him relax. It helps me relax. I'm not disappointed because of expectations all the time. It's just a much more peaceful relationship when I'm getting something from God. Do I do it perfectly all the time? No, but it's definitely something that helps when I choose it. So some oils to help you during your quiet time to focus because I am super popular for reading, the same scripture 4 or 5 times because I was thinking about God knows what Christmas plans or where I'm going to put my fall pumpkins or something when I'm trying to read the Bible. So I like using Exodus 2, 3 wise men, frankincense, Egyptian gold. All of them are biblical oils or oil blends. From Oils of the Bible, so they really help you with your quiet time connecting with the Lord. So spiritual connection is huge. If you want to give grace to your spouse, if you want to give love to your spouse, something really important to remember is you can't give away what you don't have. If you haven't received that unconditional love and grace from God, you cannot give it to your spouse. And that definitely will show up in the bedroom. It just will. So spiritual connection is super important. Emotional connection. Something that I've learned recently is that I don't have to respond to things the way I've been responding to them my entire life. I don't have to respond to everything Anthony does to me like this broken, depressed, upset, pitiful person. I can respond to him the way that I would like to respond to him if I'm growing emotionally and spiritually. It is possible to move past hurts that drive those fear-filled thoughts, words, and actions. How you respond to things is all through this filter. It's your mindset. So, when Anthony used to do something like not meet an expectation, I had this filter of, well, I don't want to be taken advantage of, or, well, I don't want him to leave. Does this mean he wants to leave? Does this mean he doesn't really love me? And all of this stuff seems so crazy now, but in the moment it was so real to me. And so I started using oils for emotional release to work past some of that stuff and to put some truth in my brain instead of lie. And so Anthony can do the same thing now that he did 2 years ago, and I react completely differently. I react like a sane, free person instead of a crazy person in bondage. And it just has incredible, incredible benefits in your marriage to be able to do things like that. So you can stop getting upset with your partner for the same old stuff, like, the clothes go beside the hamper instead of the hamper, little things like that. The reason it upsets us is because of the filter we're filtering it through. So the emotional connection is super important. Make a list of scriptures that speak truth to the oils that you're using. As you apply them, quote the scriptures out loud. It's really important that you quote them out loud. God worked through this process to heal me and set me free in so many areas of deep hurt. I have been going around a lot of the same mountains for many, many years. And this was the process that finally got me to that life that I knew was possible, but that I wasn't experiencing. And it took some days I said a lot of things I didn't really believe through gritted teeth, but I did it anyway. And that has been hugely beneficial to my marriage. The Feelings Kit was where I started. It's a kit of 6 oils, which you'll see on the next slide, from Young Living. Can definitely help you have healthy relationships. And like I said, as you work through those emotional issues, you can release a lot of the pressures from others having to treat you a certain way to have peace. I know, but they don't have to. You can be peaceful whether they're treating you how you want to be treated or think you deserve to be treated. And that will make you less offended and touchy and will improve your relationships really well. So this is your Feelings Kit. I'm going to circle it in this lovely yellow color. Whoops, I'm terrible at this. So forgiveness, because we need that in marriage. Present time, because I think sometimes we live either too much in the past or too much in the future and we miss the moment. Inner child helps you take life less seriously, because sometimes things just aren't that big of a deal, and in our adult brains we want to make it a big deal and it's not. Valor helps you have courage. Release helps you let stuff go. Like when this was my oil, I would put it on and say, I just release him from having to treat me a certain way for me to have peace, because I get my peace from the Lord, because that's where the Bible says I get my peace. And then harmony. Harmony is great to diffuse, huff, smell, put in your hands, pray together when you're in an argument or when you're not getting along. I'll just leave that right there. So those 6 oils are such a must to have. Super easy to use, tangible, practical oils to use. If you have an Atovi scanner, fantastic. Scan yourself regularly. It's a little device. It costs like $10 to buy and $40 a month to have. It scans your body and lets you know what oils you need in a given moment. Your body's changing all the time, so they recommend getting scans like once every 2 weeks or so. But it's just a really good tool to have, because sometimes you look through that beautiful product guide and you want everything, but your husband won't let you spend $5,000 to get everything. So the Atovi kind of narrows down your top few oils that you need most. The Ula oils are really cool, kind of funky. A lot of people are like, I don't know about this, but really it just helps you focus on certain areas of your life. So when you put on the family oil, it helps you to focus on your family. When you put on the fun oil, it helps you to lay down the work and the pressure and focus on the fun, and so on. So those, again, if you're really struggling with balancing or growing certain areas of your life, those are some great oils to invest in. Christmas spirit helps you to remember good things from your childhood. If you had a really traumatic childhood, or the negative things of your childhood are always very prominent and dominant for you, diffusing Christmas spirit can kind of bring out the good and encourage you to repair even some broken relationships from your past. So good emotional oils, stress management. We know it has numerous negative effects on our health, relationships. It can exhaust us, cause us a lot of tension. Anthony would like try to do stuff at night and be like, do you have any idea what I went through today? Like, 2 little human beings touched me all day long. Do not touch me. I was just stressed and I didn't know how to manage it. What I didn't realize was that because I wasn't properly managing my stress, I wasn't really giving my family what they deserved. I really believe that an act of service for us, especially as women, is to labor after rest and pursue peace. If your husband wants to unload the dishwasher, let him. You don't have to have those knee-jerk reactions of, nope, I got it, and then you're resentful and, say, nobody else can do anything. Oh, that was so me forever. So I realized that if I let him do some things and take some pressure off of me, I can have a lot more peace and rest, and I'm a lot easier to live with. and the sex and stuff comes easier too, which is fun. So do you do your partner and your family no good if you're stressed, guilt-filled, sad, and crazy? That's not fun. So these are some oils that can help. Marjoram helps with tense muscles. Northern lights are super high frequency for occasional anxiety. Orange makes you happy. Peace and calming is peace and calming. You guys, this is not rocket science. Stress away gets rid of stress. Valor gives you courage and helps you say no to a full schedule, and pleasing people. Abundance helps you focus on supply instead of lack. Cedarwood rewinds cellular memory. Guys, you've got to Google cedarwood. There's so much I'm not allowed to say. It is incredible. It's $11 for a huge bottle. You just have to have it. We go through like a bottle a month. It's amazing. Clarity helps you make better decisions. Frankincense is life. That's all I'm going to say. If you're not huffing frankincense on a daily basis, I don't know what you're doing. Lavender is calming. And bergamot is a bottle of magical rainbow unicorn tears. That's what I tell my people. It's amazing. Overstimulation from outside sources is a huge bedroom kill. So true, Amanda. And a lot of these can help settle your mind so you're not overstimulated and so you can focus. And I know for women, especially, I feel like men could do it anywhere, anytime with anyone. But for me, it's like, I'm thinking about 10 things right now. And you want me to do that? Like, it's not going to be that good for me because I can't even think about what I'm doing. So yeah, getting over the overstimulation oils helps so much. Money. Well, worrying about finances is one of the biggest contributing factors to marital strife. It's one of the leading causes of divorce, guys. It causes a ton of stress. So we need to give God control of that area of our life, see Him as the source of our finances, see ourselves as good stewards of the finances we receive from Him. If you are maxed out living paycheck to paycheck, that's going to show up in your emotions, your spiritual life, your bedroom, your relationships. It's just a huge source of issues. So we want to shoot for true biblical prosperity, which is not living paycheck to paycheck. It's living so abundantly that you're able to freely give. And that comes from making consistently good choices with your money. And sometimes you're going to agree and sometimes you aren't, especially if you and your spouse do money together and share money. But this is something that we need to get settled because it affects your intimacy. It just affects it. It can cause a huge divide if you're going like this with your partner with money when you should be going like this. Find a common goal, find a way to get there, use some oils to help. Clarity again for mental alertness, finance to lift the burden of debt, abundance, increases the law of attraction so that you can attract more wealth to you, and surrender for when you don't agree. That maybe you just need to surrender that decision to the Lord and trust God with the outcome. So some different things to help you in that way too. Moving on to hormones, because chemically, if you're really struggling with a healthy sex life, it could be hormone based. So rubbing all the oils all over yourself might not be what you want to do. It's kind of like a band-aid for the problem. You want to work from the inside out. It really starts with starting to eliminate disturbances. So every chemical in our home affects our endocrine system, our pituitary, our thyroid, our adrenals. All of it triggers extra estrogen release, and extra estrogen in your body does a ridiculous amount of bad stuff to you. It raises your risk of cancer, endometriosis, all kinds of things like that. But it also gives you mood swings, cramps, heavy bleeding, lack of lubrication, lack of sex drive, exhaustion, all kinds of things like that that are obviously going to show up in the bedroom. So as you're running out of products, just ditch and switch them for Young Living options. The great thing about Young Living is it's a one-stop shop. So when you run out of soap, you can just get it from Young Living. When you run out of shampoo, you can get it from Young Living. It costs a little more, but if you're getting it on ER, you're getting 10 to 25% cash back with 3 products. Kind of a no-brainer. So definitely get in that program, start ditching and switching. You will notice a difference quickly. As you start getting the chemicals out of your home, you're going to be like, I haven't struggled with that anymore. I haven't been as depressed as I used to be. I haven't been as crazy in my mind as I used to be. The kids aren't coughing. You don't have as many headaches. Like so many different things will show up on your radar and you'll be like, wow, that was easier than I thought. And you don't have to be like a hemp chewing hippie for this to benefit you. It's not all or nothing. The average American woman puts on 200 chemicals before like breakfast. So if you can cut that back to 80, you are doing yourself a huge favor. And what I love most about the Young Living products that I use for my self-care is that the oils are so incredibly hormone balancing and emotional supporting. They are so feminine and lovely, and they make you feel beautiful and amazing. And they should, because they're made with plants. So ditch and switch, treat yourself to good stuff, and get rid of those disturbances in your home. These are the 4 supplements I recommend to all of our team members, because when you look through the product guide, it's crazy big and you want all the supplements. So start with Ningxia Red, then add the Omega Giant, add the multigreens, add the Life 9. That gives you full body support. And then if you're on that for a few months and still feel like you need some targeted support in other areas, then go into those areas. But these are the 4 that you really want to focus on, that every human being in the world, essential to life, hard to get from your food stuff. Inside out. Then pack on the oils. So I put Endoflex over my thyroid, and then lower back adrenals morning and night. It supports your entire endocrine system, keeps all the parts and pieces talking well. That is one way to get your hormones good. And then progestins. Gary Young says every woman from 12 to 112 needs progestins. Whether you have all your parts or not, it doesn't matter. We are estrogen dominant because of the things I mentioned earlier, the toxins, the stress, the dehydration, the food we eat. All of it makes us estrogen dominant. But if we can raise our progesterone levels naturally, then a lot of those symptoms we have that are so horrible go away. And that's what Progestins Plus does for you. It contains natural progesterone to help raise your progesterone levels. Dragon time. Are you a breathing woman? You need this. Breathing fire woman, especially, you need this. So I love diffusing this. I love rubbing it on my belly. I love adding it to Epsom salts and taking a bath. Dragon time is amazing. I got it free a few months ago. Hadn't used it before then and have used it every day since. I love this stuff. It's fantastic. These are some other oils. We've got a lot of great oils for women, and you can kind of, once you've gotten the 3 here, once you've gotten these 3, you can kind of add based on your additional specific needs here. So ladies, Clairol, going through menopause, meet your new BFF. Ylang Ylang, if you need help feeling feminine. Sclerescence, if you're trying to grow your family. It supports natural fertility. Clary Sage, have hot flashes, want natural lubrication. Clary Sage is your best friend. A lot of times too, menstrual cramps is a normal health condition we can freely talk about, because most women get them, unfortunately. On the abdomen with some dragon time, deep relief roll on, heat pad. It's amazing. Joy, if you need help with the lovey-dovey feelings. Joy is one of those things that's good for self-love and to help you love others. Joy is amazing. I used to hate it, but I also used to hate myself and most people. Ironic, right? We tend to not like the oils that we need. We tend to not like the oils that release emotions in us that we're not comfortable with. So now that I've learned to love myself and learned to love people, people are amazing. I love joy. Intimacy for her, sensation. You guys, this is amazing. You've got to get this one. I'm going to draw a big arrow. You need it. I don't even know what this shape is, but you just need this one. Hello, romance. Nice to meet you. I like diffusing it. I like rubbing it on my inner thighs. It's fantastic oil. Cypress, if you need to get the blood flowing. Again, inner thigh, panty line, a great place to put cypress. It supports and maintains healthy circulation, and we need blood flow in those special areas if we want to enjoy good sex. Must need it. It's a big arrow. I don't know what it is. It's like a big cube with a stick coming out, but you really need it. You need the sensation. And the cypress is fantastic. Orange, hey, happy. It's been a while. If you're not really happy, it's pretty hard to enjoy your sex. So definitely get some orange, diffuse it, put it on the back of your neck, things like that. Really fantastic. This is a great recipe for inner thigh potion. My mom is watching, so not that I would know, but I do know. 4 drops of sensation, 3 drops of cypress, 2 drops of orange. Just put those oils in your hand with a pump of our V6 carrier oil. You can also use coconut oil, olive oil, any kind of fatty oil. Massage it into your inner thighs and then up like where your panty line is by your leg, as close as you can get. You can put these oils anywhere you want, but I will say that essential oils tend to break condoms. So if that's your birth control method of choice, keep them off your area, if you know what I mean. Okay, inner thighs. It's good enough there. You can also do like really low abdomen. Another good spot. I'm just saying. It'll go where it wants to go, and it wants to go where you want it to go. Trust me. Okay. Intimacy for him, Mr. You can call it men's dragon time because can I just say that sometimes men get a little moody and fussy too, and they need hormone support. Men are very estrogen dominant, just like we are, because they're in the same environment, they're eating the same foods, they have the same level of stress. They're estrogen dominant, and for a man, that can come across as difficulty getting erections for sex, having a low sex drive, not having an opinion, not caring if you're mad at your husband because he just sits around all day. He's estrogen dominant. So Mr. is super important. Anthony uses it every day. He puts it on his ankles every day, on his wrists every day. It's a great cologne for men. It also maintains a healthy prostate, so that's exciting. Nutmeg, Idaho blue spruce, and goldenrod. So you want to get these three. I like Idaho blue spruce on my inner ankles with ylang ylang. I think it's a really great in the mood booster. But nutmeg and goldenrod, and this one, if your husband needs a little help with the perkiness, this is the perky pill recipe. This is actually from Lucy Libido. 5 drops of the Idaho blue spruce, 3 goldenrod, 2 nutmeg in a capsule with a little V6 to dilute it, and then take it like 20 minutes before go time. I've never done this. We've never had to, but I mean, this is a super common thing. It's like a normal health condition at this point. So if this is something that can help improve your sex life and give your husband a lot more confidence without some really yucky side effects, then why not try it? It's amazing. You can also rub them again, inner thighs, lower abdomen, right on your partner. Is there something in your pocket? Or are you really happy to see me? Answer, it's you. So that's a really good one. Nutmeg is great. Idaho blue spruce, and Gary Young says goldenrod for a goldenrod. Sorry for children watching. I'm so sorry. Put your kids in bed. This is not for them. So yeah, get those 3. Again, minimal investment and they'll last a really long time. Diffuser recipes, because Anthony, I tell people all the time, he can walk into our bedroom and kind of tell whether we're going to be having sex or not that night, because if it's like lavender and cedarwood, he knows we're probably not. But if he can smell like ylang ylang or like cypress or something, then he gets pretty excited because he knows that I'm trying to diffuse to get in the mood. So these are some of my go-to in the mood diffuser recipes. Each one of these is a different recipe. You could put them all in if you really, really wanted to go for it. But again, I just put it on while I'm getting ready for bed, and then, get in our room and make sure I don't turn the TV on, keep my phone off, and make sure I can focus. And then energy, no stress, helps you have some energy at the end of the day, because if you're anything like me, sometimes that is a struggle. So these are energizing and can help you, again, emotionally deal with stress. Intimacy for both. Some really great ready-made products. If you like more of a cooling sensation, the Sensation Massage Oil is fantastic. Put it anywhere and everywhere. If you like a more warming sensation, this has a lot of herbs in it. So the Ortho Sport is fantastic if you like a more warm feeling. The Shutron, the new cologne for your man, because those things from Macy's are terrible. They're hormone disruptive. They cause all kinds of problems for us, our husband, our children, everybody. So ditch them and get them Shutron instead. Although I don't want Anthony wear this to work, because I'm like, it melts your panties, so they say. And I want to make sure that mine are the only panties melting when he's around. So, Shutron, just a really, really good one. Peter loves this one. And then, like I said in the beginning, this is kind of like a very, very basic overview. So definitely get this book, Lucy Libido, on Amazon. I think it's like $10. It's like several hundred pages, tons of inner thigh potions, edible massage oils, edible lubricants, things like that. Oh, I forgot to mention back here, one of these oils is actually really good. Yeah, natural lubrication, clary sage. I did say that. So lots of really good stuff. Yes, the Shutron has an aftershave and a bar soap product, and also a 3-in-1 men's wash. So it's a shampoo, conditioner, and body wash all in one product for your guy on the shelf, which leaves more room for your stuff in the shower. So really great product line that I'm sure they'll expand on too. But definitely get this book. Wrap it up with like one of these. Would make a great like bridal shower, bachelorette gift, wedding gift. or if you're really trying to get your husband to love these oils. I don't love that she's in lingerie on the cover, so maybe you could like Mod Podge, like some fun thing on the front. But just get your husband this with the sensation massage oil, and he'll be like super pumped about you using oils. And he'll be like, why haven't you been doing this all along? And he'll be like, well, I wanted to do this a while ago. You get the idea. Um, so that is what I have for you guys tonight. I'm gonna press. Thanks for tuning in. I'll press record, and then we'll do Q&A. Oh yes, thanks for learning with us.